It's the interviewers. Man. Look at this.
You know that feeling when you're about to meet your partner's parents for the first time? Your stomach's twisting. You're wondering, will they like me? Will they judge me? How do I look? You're on display, being silently scanned head to toe. My experience was wild, but not how you would imagine. I was born and raised in Singapore, studied and worked in London, and after moving to Bali, I met my Balinese partner. First time meeting his family. After dinner, his dad looked at me and said, "Okay, tomorrow you go to pasar with mami." Pasar, that's the Indonesian word for market. And I'm thinking, huh? Already? Pasar with mami? I mean, I don't even know you. We just met. I don't know if you like me yet. And apparently tomorrow I'm going grocery shopping with my new mom. But it didn't matter that I wasn't Balinese or that I couldn't speak the language. In that single moment, he accepted me as family. Now think about a time when a stranger made you feel that way. Maybe it was while you were traveling, a smile on the street, a kind word on the train. It stays with you even long after you've forgotten their names, right? Now contrast that with London. It's cold. The skies are gray. The streets are lined with digital billboards and everybody's rushing somewhere, heads down on their phones. It's a city full of energy, yet so lonely. According to Trend Hunter, London is one of the top 10 loneliest cities in the world. The feeling of being seen, it stays with you. And it's what turns a transaction into a connection. And that matters now more than ever. The so-called disruptors of our time are AI, automation, algorithm. They can clone your face, your voice, right? And they can even replace your jobs, processes, and even conversation. But if that's the case, why are we here eye to eye? Why did every single one of you, even all the way in the back, why did you drive all the way here to be with everyone else and sit in this room? Because deep down, you know that some things only happen in person. So let's look at them through the lens of three key aspects of life. Firstly, personal relationships. A few months ago, my friend Katrina called me. She was sobbing and she was on the way to the hospital after a stray dog bit her on both hands. I didn't ask questions, I just drove straight to her. And while she got 15 stitches and 6 injections, I held her, I looked at her, and we literally just took one breath at a time together. And just a few weeks back, she called me and she said, "Hey, Grace, of course, it was so traumatic and I remember the pain, but mostly I remember you being there. And because you were there, it was bearable." And this isn't just a story between two best friends. Researchers have found that when two people lock eyes, our brain waves start to sync. And often these brain waves, they settle into specific frequencies, like theta or alpha waves. So think of it like two musicians locking into the same tempo. In another experiment, researchers measured couples' brain activity while one experienced controlled pain and the other held their hand. The results? The greater the synchronicity in the regions of the brain that process pain and empathy, the greater the pain relief. In other words, connection itself can make pain hurt less. Now, what about when it comes to business? We assume that the winners in business are the ones who automate the most, right? That consumers just want speed and convenience. But do we have our focus in the right place? Or are we chasing speed at the expense of the very thing that makes us unforgettable? McKinsey found that single moment of delight can spark customer loyalty for up to 6 to 9 months. And the most powerful form of delight? Human connection. The flight attendant bringing you hot water and lemon when you have a cough, or your waitress remembering you by your name and exactly how you like your coffee. These little acts that make someone feel truly seen can do what marketing campaigns dream of: create loyalty that lasts. And when companies do that, revenues can increase by up to 12%. So, use AI to be efficient, but let people breathe depth and humanity into every client interaction. And finally, what Bali is infamous for: community. How did a little island of traditional villages, without the latest infrastructure or technology, become one of the world's top favorite destinations? Last year in 2024 alone, Bali attracted 16.5 million visitors. That's 4 times their population. I want to introduce the term Menyama Braya. That's the Balinese way of saying we support each other as siblings and neighbors. It's a lived value of mutual health and harmony. To the Balinese, customary life puts relationships front and center, not profits, not margin. They have never forgotten what all our ancestors knew: that we rely on the connection and support of each other, not only to survive, but to thrive. When you're born into a Balinese family, you're not just born into a single household. You're born into a living, breathing network of families ready to celebrate you, to support you, to extend a helping hand. I mean, we have all seen it. When a family welcomes a child, the village helps plan the rituals. They assign who does the cooking, who does the prayer, and who manages trapping, right? Because only in Bali do you need a traffic manager at a baby ceremony. Nowhere else. So people reprioritize their schedules and they actually show up. That is Manyama Braya in action. So not very long ago, I was the outsider, Singaporean girl, new to Bali, and sitting so nervously at dinner and hearing those words, "Tomorrow you go to pasar with mommy." That simple invitation cracked open a whole new world. And today, I don't just go to the pasar. I live in the village with a family that once welcomed me as a stranger. I attend the ceremonies, I help out in the kitchen. I mean, it's mostly eating, but it counts. I go to the temples. That one act of inclusion is now a part of my daily life. But that's the very thing about connection. It rarely starts big. So that's a little moment, something small, a smile, an invitation, a choice to see someone as family before they earned it. Now, we think that AI is the biggest disruption of the 21st century. And yes, it's changing everything about the way we work, the way we live. But connection is a bigger disruption because it challenges the very metrics that we're all chasing. It says success isn't measured in speed or scalability. It's measured in the strength of the bridges that we build between people. So, what if today you give someone else their pasar moment? Invite them in. Make them feel seen, welcome. Make them feel home. Because when you do that, you're not just creating a memory. You're building a bridge that could last a lifetime. And that will always be your ultimate competitor edge. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Amazing timing, amazing talk, and different.